Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ankahead with WPGN, and today we're going to talk about what I think of Overwatch. This is Blizzard's newest IP. It is it's kind of an FPS, it's a first-person shooter game. And I had a chance to play this a little bit yesterday. I recorded a first look video, which you can find on my channel. But let's talk a little bit about this. So when I originally ordered this, they didn't have an option to buy the $40 base game. The only options I was presented with when I pre-ordered or pre-purchased was the $60 and the $100 digital collector's edition. So I was like, okay, well, alright, so I paid the 60 bucks. Um, And before I really get into this, I want to say a couple of things because I know that there are going to be people in the comments that go, "Oh, well, why did you pre-purchase?" Because, I enjoy mini games from Blizzard. I like a lot of points to their game, so I figured, well, why not try and support the company? I get a couple of extra little goodies with it. Why not? I had the 60 bucks, so I figured, what's the harm? So I pre-purchased for $60. I didn't pre-purchase for $100 because, in my opinion, that's just asking way too much. Here's the problem. They opened up Overwatch for weekend stress tests, which, by the way, do not last all weekend. It lasted from Friday to 9 p.m. on Saturday, so you don't even get the entire weekend. I got up and tried to log in to play, and here, I'll show you what it does. So I think, oh, beta weekend, I'm going to get on and play. Nope, can't get on and play because they ended it yesterday at 9 o'clock in the evening. So here I am sitting on Sunday, not being able to play when they said it was supposed to be for the weekend. But whatever. So, right, okay. Now, the only they say that you get early access, but you don't. When they say early access, you don't really get early access because they're opening the stress test weekends for everybody. Um, and I don't know what date. Maybe it'll tell me here. I don't know what date they plan on doing their open beta. Let's see. Oh, okay, 2 days. All right, so May 3rd to 4th. Okay, it doesn't actually tell you what day or if at all they are planning to open limitless beta, which probably not. I mean, if you get early access, it's probably going to be like a day before the final release, which they're aiming. Hold on. Okay, so they're trying to release on 5/24/2016, which, by the way, is roughly a month from now. So they're planning to release the game in a month. Um, they're giving people open access to stress test weekends, which only really last for about a day in total time. Uh, and they're charging 40. Well, they have a $40 package now. They didn't when I ordered it, but they do now apparently. Um, so they have a 40, a 60, and a $100 package that you can buy with the game. Uh, Now let's talk a little bit about why I don't really like what they're doing here. I paid $60. I didn't get my wings in D3. I didn't get my Hearthstone card. They say that I'll get it at release, but I'm kind of doubting it because, like, they're like the kings of janky shit like that. So I might get it, I might not. But whatever. I did get the in-game skins after having to contact support as to why I didn't have access to them, so that wasn't working correctly either. And other than that, the game isn't worth $40. It's not worth $60, and it damn sure isn't worth $100. Here are the reasons why. It's only a 5 or 6v6 player game. That's it. There's no campaign mode. There's no story really. There's nothing else to do other than play matches. That's it. There's nothing. Now, other games that have done this that don't have a story or that don't have a campaign mode or anything like that. There's no like side mission, there's no zombies mode or anything like that that you might see in the popular COD style things. There's nothing like that. But those games like League of Legends, Smite, games such as that are free to play, and then you pay for the extra things that you want. Um, which is the way that it should be. If you're going to have a basis for a game like this that has no content, literally, when it's coming out, you don't charge 40, 60, and $100 for it. You charge $20, because Blizzard is a huge fan of not making their shit free. You charge $20, and then as the game accrues more content, then you start charging for that extra content when it's there. You don't say, well, I want $40 now. Well, I want $60 now. But we're not going to give you anything. You get a really tiny shooter with, no content in it. But we want the money up front. We want all that money now. I mean, that to me is more than questionable. It's not a bad game. It is enjoyable. It is fun. They did make it look very good. It's very well optimized. It runs great. I don't think I've seen any of their games run as well as this one does. It's very fast. It's very smooth. It supports a very wide range of resolutions. The borderless window mode is awesome. The game optimization is really good. The problem is there's just nothing there, and people keep telling me, oh, well, it hasn't released yet, so you don't know whether you're seeing all the content or not. And it's like, look, okay, I've worked for a couple of companies that have developed games. I've worked for Red 5 Studios, and I've worked for Sony when they were working on the EverQuest project. I know, or have a very good idea, of how well it takes a company to develop content. And let me tell you something, okay? They're not going to add anything majorly huge into the game within a month. So basically, other than the limitation of the maps for the stress test weekends, what you see is what you get. I can guarantee you, dollars to donuts, that when it releases a month from now, it's going to be the same shit in there that's in there now. Maybe with a couple of smaller things added in, but nothing really that you notice. It's going to be what it is now. So what we're seeing now is basically them spit shining the servers before they release it to the public. So yeah. It's not worth $40. It's not worth $60, and it's sure as hell not worth $100. Blizzard, you got to get your shit together, man. I mean, WoW is failing. StarCraft 2 is stale. Diablo 3 is stale. I mean, out of all the games that you guys have produced, Diablo 3 probably has the most replayability. Um, but yeah, all of your other IPs, Heroes of the Storm, good, but not great. Hearthstone, fun, but not great. StarCraft 2 was an awesome game, but you barely hear the name of it mentioned in passing anymore. Diablo 3 has a lot of replayability, but again, its appeal is losing its luster over time. World of Warcraft, you fucked up 3 expansions of this game. I'm waiting to see what Legion looks like, but I don't have high hopes. So now you've come out with Overwatch. Please, guys, get your shit together before you have no customers or players left. This is a good-looking yet sad excuse for what it could have been. Come on now. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. This is more of a rant, but let's go over from a review standpoint. What are the goods and bads of Overwatch? Since this is supposed to be a review. Well, like I mentioned, it does run very well. It is very smooth. Supports a wide range of resolutions. The texturing is great. It's very ergonomic in its keybinds. You don't really have to change a whole lot, other than maybe the in-game voice button, because it's tilde, and that's just bad placement. But other than that, the controls are awesome. You get loot crates every level. The characters are well designed. They're pretty balanced as it is. I'm sure that there's probably a few things that they could change still, but each character is special in its own way. They're well balanced. They're well rounded out. They look really, really awesome. Yeah, it's got kind of that futuristic sci-fi techie feel to it, which is great. That's a huge selling point for me because I kind of like that stuff. It's not a big install. I think it's only like 6.16 gigs, so it's a pretty small game as far as games go. It's a fast install. It doesn't really take that long. Yeah. So it is a first-person shooter. So it's not an MMO. It's not an RPG or anything like that. It's an FPS. Yeah. The bad things about it is that it doesn't really have anything else other than that. That's it. So you can log on, shoot people, and log off. That's pretty much about it. Yeah, so that is my review of Overwatch. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing, and I will see you in another video.